Y'all
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the F Y'all Podcast. I am your co-host, Michael Wright, and across from me, as always, is the one and only, the legendary Mr. C.T. motherfucking Fletcher. All right, now, Pops, we've had a lot of people on this show, but the one thing we've never had on this show was a politician. And today, we're going to change that because in the house, we got Mr. Bernard Taylor, Democratic candidate running for Congress in Florida's 21st District. Mr. Bernard, welcome to the F Y'all Podcast, sir. Me and you have been interacting for a while online. It's good to have you here. So, funny story, this brother's from Florida. So I'm telling him about coming on the show, and I'm like, yeah, we can set it up, do it virtually. And this brother says, no, I'm flying out to California. So he flew all the way from Florida to come sit next to your old ass.
There's something.
I'm going to have to check this brother's brain activity or something, because I don't know why he wouldn't fly out here and sit next to your ass. But no. But no, seriously, Bernard, thank you so much for coming on the F Y'all Podcast. It's a lot we got to discuss in this 1 hour. Man. And I will tell you, these shows, they're an hour long. They fly by. But I want to start off with this question right here. Are the Republicans okay? Like, and I'm not asking that question as a Democrat, because I consider myself an independent. It's shit on both sides. Right wing, left wing, they attached to the same bird. That's how I always look at it. But I'm starting to really worry, are the Republicans okay? Because a lot of the shit that we are seeing in today's landscape has me truly wondered if they are mentally okay.
You know what, brother? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. I can't answer that. To be quite honest with you, some of the things that I'm seeing, I'm flabbergasted. Some of the things that I see, I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. From the way that they are going about, enforcing some certain rules and laws that they're putting into place, the way that they're just saying, F y'all to the Constitution, no pun intended. It is literally, looking at it from a millennial perspective. Someone of my age, it's just like, you guys are supposed to be the adults in charge of the room, and right now it looks like a bunch of kids are running around the asylum, and it's crazy. Growing up, you don't ever think of politics that way, because you always imagine that it was always taught to you as some kind of distinguished honor. The best of us are up here making decisions that are supposed to be making our lives better. And as I've gotten older and as I've gotten more engaged and involved in politics and gaining that knowledge and realizing we just put anybody up here. And at the end of the day, we just been riding the same little hamster wheel all my life. From what I look at it, is when one party gets in, certain things happen, then another one gets in, and certain things happen. It's just the same old roller coaster that we've been riding, and it has not made life better for the everyday average person, especially middle class and the working class and the people that's just trying to get by. And it's unfortunate because, we've seen, especially over the course of the last year, just such a disconnect from the people that's supposed to be in charge and making our lives better to the actual people on the ground and the things that we need. So, man, I don't think nobody okay. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay, I have been a Democrat far as I can remember. But last night, Congressman, I'm going to go ahead and
speaking into existence,
because I fucking said so. That's right, Congressman, goddammit. I changed my voter registration to nan one of them. Mm-hmm. And then fuck both of them. Fuck Democrat, fuck Republican. Because what I'm seeing lately, Congressman, is both of them fucked up. Right? Like Mike said, right wing, left wing, same bird. Both of them fucked up. And what's really put it over the top for me was, I kind of discussed it with both of them anyway, because all of them saying we're going to change this, all these campaign promises and all this bullshit. Then they get in office, don't the motherfucking thing happen. But what really put it over the top was this Epstein shit. I got a politician on my couch. I have to ask you, where do you stand on this fucking Jeffrey Epstein shit?
I don't know why everybody ain't under the jail right now.
Hell yeah.
Like, it makes absolutely no sense. You got a list of people, you know who was involved, you got all the power to hold these people accountable, and you're not doing it. And it, again, it comes down to what we all know it comes down to, that money and that power and that influence. Because these same people that are in these files are the same people that are donating to these campaigns and financing these politicians and keeping them rich. So they not trying to, throw they benefactors under the bus. And truth be told, we don't know how far some of these politicians might even be entangled with some of this stuff. Even when you look at yesterday with the hearings with the Attorney General. Keep so you have to unfortunately.
I watched the shit too.
Like you understand, like, so Miss Bondi, she was our Attorney General down in Florida from 2011 to 2019. And truth be told, I said something yesterday. I said, hey, if this lady had a case on y'all and you incarcerated right now, get you another lawyer. Y'all need to look at y'all case again, because ain't no way. y'all got make sure ain't no discrepancies. But again, that just goes to talk about what we're talking about. It's just the people that are in charge that are supposed to be doing the right things. They're compromised by the people that put the money in their pocket, the people that give them the power, the people that give them the leverage. And it's like they won't throw them under the bus. But then what does that say about your humanity? What does that say about you talking about how much you really care about these women, and at the time young girls who went through the things that they went through? Like I've looked at some of these files and through these redactions, and I saw a photo the other day. I couldn't even bring myself to like talk about it, and it was just like, y'all see this? You have complete unfettered access. The director of the FBI, the Attorney General, you know where all the bodies are buried, but because you saw some names that got a little relations to you, that are keeping you and gave you the opportunities that you have now, it's like, nah, we got to. They're not even good about covering it up too. That's the bad part, man.
Yeah.
Like I done did some things back in the day that my mama still don't know about. Like, y'all got to get a little bit better about what you're gonna do. If you're gonna try to cover something up, like don't like I say, don't piss on my head and tell me it's raining. And that's literally what they're doing right now, and it's insulting to the everyday person, because we can all see what's going on. And again, it ain't a left-right thing. You got people on the right and people on the left, people down the middle. We can blatantly look and say, oh, y'all think we stupid.
Yeah.
You think we're
But part of me is starting
stupid.
to think they do think we're stupid.
Yeah. No,
They have to,
think we
because
should.
you can't put that kind of stuff out there and basically tell us not to believe what our eyes are showing us.
Exactly. I mean, you saw what happened in Minnesota, and they asked us to believe what our eyes I can see you.
Yeah. It was a whole different scenario on what really happened.
Right? Like, so
the camera's on. You know that, right? You fucking can see this shit. You really think I'm stupid? I get mad when motherfuckers think I'm stupid.
Exactly. Like that's
That
one of the
pissed me off.
That's one of the things. It's like we got to fight, because obviously you really just think I'm that stupid, and if you think I'm that stupid, I don't know. That's a level of disrespect.
My intelligence.
That's a level of disrespect I just can't
off.
tolerate, man. Some disrespect just can't be tolerated, and thinking I'm stupid is one.
Oh man,
We're hearing people now say, if everything with these Epstein files come out, the whole system is going to collapse.
fuck it.
My thing is, let it collapse.
Shit. Fuck it.
Let it collapse, because
Down to the ground.
just I can't shake this stuff with the kids like that.
That should
I'm a
be
man.
everybody.
I got 4 daughters. Now my daughters are grown now, but somebody would have to die. That's just what it is. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. And I don't walk around here claiming to be the baddest motherfucker on 2 legs. I will never do that. But somebody got to die. You molested my daughter like that. And the fact that this is, I think what's shocking me the most is like they're just talking like this is just normal talk now. This is not normal shit that is going on, and I don't understand why everybody's trying to act like it's normal. That hearing yesterday, the Attorney General's they're talking about how great President Trump, like she doesn't realize she doesn't work for Donald Trump. She works for the people.
Mm-hmm.
So my question to you, Congressman, how is the only way to fix this is just let the whole thing come crumbling down and rebuild it?
Burn it down.
Burn it down.
Burn it down to the
So
motherfucking
for
ground.
those of you who are spiritual, who know the Bible talks about the house on the sand and the house on the rock.
That's right.
Right now, if the Epstein situation is enough to bring down the system, then your house is built on sand. That's not a foundation I want to be building on. Like this is just, let's just go ahead and avoid defer the damage that we know is coming. Let's just let this thing come on down and build this thing on a solid foundation. There should be no form of government. There shouldn't be anything in life built on the type of foundation that these files and the things that are said to be believed in these files. You don't build on that. You don't build a government on top of that. You don't build leadership. You don't build people on top of that. And we see across the world, like the king put his brother out. Hey, bro. Hey, nah, bro. You got to go, bro. Hey, we're not even playing this, though. Everywhere around the world, people are taking this thing seriously, and they're holding people accountable, except here.
I heard China just Xi Jinping, I think his name. He just said, "Hey, pedophiles, they getting the fucking death penalty." I agree with that, motherfucker. Hey, fuck that.
Congressman Omar, she said yesterday, she was like, in Somalia, pedophiles get executed.
Fuck yeah.
So it's again like when you talk about those things and how things are handled other places, and then we talk about how things get handled here, because again, our politics and our way of life are so wound up around the dollar and wound up around, capitalism and trying to get to the top of that mountain of having the most money. It gets entangled into the things that it shouldn't be getting entangled to. And unfortunately, again, we've let the system get to this point by ignoring and not really paying attention like we should have been all this time. I'm not saying everyone, because, there are people that have been screaming and trying to get us to notice and trying to get us to see what's going on. But when you only have 6% of the country that actually really pays attention to politics, and then half of them are really engaged in the politics, like watching C-SPAN and, watching these hearings and doing these things. It's truly unbelievable. And you can see how they were able to get to where they are right now when you don't have an educated populace the way you need to. Because truth be told, the average reading level for this country is 6th grade.
Yep.
And the average education level is 5th and 6th grade. So they've done a great job building a environment and building an ecosystem that is catered to letting them be doing the things that they're doing now. And we are at a point right now in this year, I know they always talking about this is the most important election of your life, but I'm not going to get into that hyperbole. But if you see what's going on and you see what could possibly go on another 2 years without real people in there trying to hold people accountable, not tied to any of these things that are going on, not tied to any of these donors, not tied to any of these politicians, not tied to the system, period. You need outsiders like myself and others around the country who are finally stepping up and trying to kick this door in and say, no, we're not having it. We don't care how things have been going. We finna come in here and tear this thing down and build it up to what it needs to be.
Well, I think, Congressman, that one winning ticket for you or slogan or whatever, hey, look, I am one of y'all, goddamn it. I'm one of you. I ride on this fire truck. I'm a blue-collar worker. I'm out there saving lives. I am the people. I am one of the people. You grew up in the district that you're running for. And so you are a candidate of the people. And I think that's super important. A lot of people in Congress, they fucking bought a house in that state just so they could say, I'm from this motherfucker right here. And but actually being a working man from the community or the section that you're running in, that puts you, up here. And people want some real shit. Because it's so much, you got all these motherfuckers going along with this bullshit. And they have done a very successful job, the motherfuckers on top, of dividing people. Sure. Now I put an Instagram post out, I say, I don't give a fuck if you're a Democrat, you're a Republican, if you're a pedophile, motherfuck you. Just as plain independent, I don't give a fuck. If you was there and you was standing around up against the wall watching this shit and didn't say nothing or didn't tell anybody, and hang your ass too. Yes, motherfuck you. If you complicit by doing nothing, then goddamn it, fuck you too. Yes, hang your ass too. See, I bring CC Ping over here and hang all you motherfuckers.
No, but that's the thing though, Pops, is again, when you talk about accountability and when you talk about being other people, like being on the back of that ambulance and being on that fire truck every 3 days and seeing how people are living, seeing how the healthcare system is actually working, seeing how the VA work, Pop, I know
Yeah,
it's very important to you
absolutely.
and transporting to
He'll
the
tell you
VA
about that
and
VA.
seeing how, I don't know if you saw that post, and I appreciate your comment under it because again, you guys don't have the voice that you need to have at times. So anytime somebody disparages or talks out against the military and you guys is trying to get your assistance. I work with a lot of veterans in the fire service. My family, I got Navy, Army, Marine, all across the family, and I see the fight that you guys have to go through just to get the minimum, not even to get everything, just to get the minimum. So for some, some mealy mouth person to get on the internet just talking all kind of crazy, it just, like I say again, man, I'm never gonna be afraid to stand up for what's right. I'm never gonna be afraid to do what's right. When I'm in my community, when I get off, when I go on these calls, it ain't, what party are you a part of? What do you believe? Like none of that stuff. It's like, hey, you got a problem? I'm here to help. Tell me how I can help you. I done help people both sides of the aisle. I done help people who done straight up said, "Hey, don't let that end come in my house while he can't breathe." like, bro, don't come in your house. You might not be here. So I'd rather die than let you. I was like, all right. Needless to say, he went down, and I'm on his chest. But yeah. So I mean, and that's the type of things that I have to deal with.
That is in our day and time. People think that's fucking ancient history. The shit don't exist no more, and don't talk about that shit. You just stirring up shit from the past. That's right today.
I mean, think about it. Like all the people in our history books, I say this all the time. They didn't go nowhere.
Yeah,
they had families.
Yeah,
I mean, Paul, when you were born in like 50?
59.
Still
yeah.
Like, all the people that you grew up with, they got children. They don't raise their children in the shadows to believe some of the things that they built. So the stuff never left. It just it laid under the covers for a while. And unfortunately, with this last 10 years of these 2-3 administrations, a lot of people have felt emboldened to come back out.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what they're doing now. Can't think of the guy's name, but they killed Medgar Evers. Now they're trying to he wasn't a racist.
Yeah.
Like,
man,
see what they're doing in Philadelphia, taking down all the monuments of the slaves, and I'm like, they're really trying to right in front of us erase our history. And I can't say I'm surprised by it, but what I am surprised about is the ease at which it's happening. It doesn't seem like much pushback.
I would say too, we kind of see what's going on. Like you say, we know what's coming. We see it. We looked at Project 2025 and we see how some of these people operate. And for most of us, it's kind of just another distraction technique and another culture war thing. And, truth be told, that's why we're in a position right now. We get a lot of times too distracted with the culture war. I know a lot of stuff is infuriating and you want to respond to everything. And you want to just be like, nah, F you, that ain't, that ain't how it goes.
Ring motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. But at the end of the day, again, that's distraction.
Yeah.
They out here literally picking our pockets every minute, every day.
Oh my
keeping
God.
us, like you say, paying attention to the thing that's happening in Philly. Trying to get Jackie Robinson, scrub his name from the military record service, like things like that to get us talking about that instead of the fact that, I got to use the emergency room as my primary care physician because I can't afford my health care no more. I can't afford my insulin no more because you done knocked away the $35 cap. The things that we really need to be talking about amongst ourselves that affect all of us. Like this weekend, the Super Bowl, that was just another 15 minutes. You couldn't sit down and let me sing 15 minutes Spanish. That ain't changed your life in no way whatsoever.
Yeah.
You still went to work the next day to a job you probably hated. So it's like, and that's with my campaign, man. I get a lot of questions and comments sometimes about the culture war stuff. And it's always like, look, we focusing on the main thing. Like you've won the culture war. You got all 3 branches of government and look at what your life is. It ain't no better because I sit around this table here and y'all complain about it all the time. So like, what did winning the culture war get you? Like, let's get together and start focusing on the things that actually matter. Your grandma need heart surgery. She can't afford it. Like, let's make sure that can happen. You know what I'm saying?
What it got us, Congressman, what it got them, Congressman, is exactly what they wanted. It got us so distracted, so busy fighting each other. You're a Democrat. You're a Republican. Oh, we're automatically enemies. I don't fuck that motherfucker. The motherfucker on the internet. I ain't never seen in my motherfucking life. And he automatically my motherfucking enemy if I don't like Donald Trump. And I don't like the motherfucker. Fuck it. I said it, goddamn. I don't like the motherfucker. But hey, there's some Democrats I don't like either, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Fuck Bill Clinton, shit.
Yeah,
Fuck
for
both
real.
them motherfuckers. And I mean, fuck the politics. Fuck what party you're from. I'm saying, and I'll say the shit again, if you go along with or complicit with or try to cover up pedophilia, then motherfuck you and motherfuck the party you from. Whatever that motherfucker is, fucking in the horse y'all rode in on. Fuck
You heard
all
about the father who killed his daughter
Yeah, that was sad.
because
man.
she was critical of Trump.
Oh my God.
Like, and I'm like, we're to that point now where a father would murder his own daughter
that was
because she
sad
was
situation.
critical of Donald
I'm
Trump.
gonna say this. I have a bunch of kids, and some of my kids is a Trump supporter.
Mm-hmm.
And I love them to death. I have friends that are Trump supporters. Love them to death. I don't give a fuck. You know, they think they got a few brain cells that might be slightly missing, but I still love them. You know, that's you got that you would determine whether you love somebody or not because of what fucking political party they from. That's stupid as fuck. And goddamn motherfuckers covering up for pedophiles is fucking stupid as fuck too.
Pauls, when you look at it like this too, like think about my career as a public servant and especially in the fire service. 80% of the department is Republican.
Oh, yeah,
Like
yeah.
it ain't the Democratic Party is not prevalent in the fire service at all. But think about that. The 6 of us come together, we spend a third of our lives together.
Yep.
We eat together, we break bread together, we sleep together, we go save lives together.
Yeah,
And we are all responsible for each other's life.
absolutely.
We can come together for a common goal of, hey, house is on fire, there's someone inside. You like Trump, I don't like his ass. But it's somebody in there that need help. Let's figure out how to get them in there and get help. And you know, when I look at you and you look at me, something happened to you in this building, don't worry, you coming out.
Yep.
And again, that's where we need to get to.
Absolutely.
Back to that point. If we can, and again, that's why I'm so thankful for my career and the lessons that I learned, because again, it teaches you, you're going to work with white people, you're going to work with black people, you're going to work with Spanish people, you're going to work with Asian people, you're going to work with people that speak 4-5 different languages. You're going to go into different communities of people that don't even look like you. You're so exposed to the multiculturalism of this country that we live in. You can't help but figure out how to work with people and how to get along with people and how to come together for the common goal. You may have a different way of thinking about how we get there. That's when we sit down at the table, we talk about things. You know, like I said, we finna have a structured fire. You may have one way you want to put the fire out. I may be seeing something a little different, like, hey, maybe we should try this. But at the end of the day, we gonna get to the best solution to get to that common goal, which is why, again, I love the fact that my career translates so well, I personally believe, to going into what I'm doing, because I have those skills and I've acquired those skills to be able to bring people together and to come together for a common goal. And again, to always stand up for what's right, because I'm never going to sacrifice someone else's life for my own personal gain. You know, when I'm telling people and I'm talking to them all the time, I say, I need you to understand something. Like, every 3 days that I get up and get ready to go to work, that's the day my wife can no longer have a husband. That's the day my children can no longer have a father, because I'm not guaranteed to come home. Anything can happen out here on those streets. And I'm sacrificing mine. I'm sacrificing my wife's husband. And I'm sacrificing my kids' dad to make sure you guys are okay. That same commitment that I have for you guys, again, that I don't even know from a can of paint, I'm trying to take up with me to Washington.
Congress. Damn right.
And there are not a lot of people that want to do that. You know, I'm not out for power. I'm a very simple person. I'm in the crib. I like lifting weights, playing video games. That stuff don't cost no money. So I ain't worried about enriching myself. I literally just want what's best for people. You know, one of my favorite movies is Paid in Full, man. And I took the lesson from that movie when my man Ace Boogie. If everybody around us eating, ain't nobody hating. And ain't nobody hating, you can live good. Right now, everybody ain't eating. You got a lot of people hating.
Yeah.
That is not a good place to be in.
No.
Well, let's talk about that. We talked a little bit about all this other crazy stuff, but I want to talk more about you and why you're running for Congress right now. So, was there a specific moment that pushed you into this race?
I ran a call on a gentleman who literally I knew him in the community. We ran on him a few times. He was diabetic. When the legislation got passed that his insulin was no longer capped at $35, he couldn't afford his medicines anymore. We were starting to run on him more frequently because he couldn't manage his sugar on his own. When you are in a prolonged state of hyperglycemia, eventually you'll get a cardiac dysrhythmia and eventually go into cardiac arrest. That's what was happening. We were starting to run on him more frequently to keep his sugar, bringing him to the hospital, managing his sugar. And it's always saying, you got to get your insulin, you got to get your insulin. Well, I can't afford my insulin. Till one day he was in a hyperglycemic state for too long with high blood sugar, and he went in that cardiac dysrhythmia and eventually into cardiac arrest. This man wasn't not even out of his 50s yet, still had a whole life, lot of life to live. And because somebody decided that the pharmaceutical company needed to make a couple extra more dollars, now this man and his family's without him. And it's people making decisions like that that don't have these connections and don't have this humanity in them that, you know, I can see every day. Like, these people aren't numbers to me. People, like, y'all not numbers to me. Like, I'm interacting with you guys every day. Like, I see your struggle. I see what you're going through. You know, like I said, I'm a working man. I'm one paycheck away from being homeless myself. So, I understand. I understand the grind, man.
Me and you both,
I understand.
By yourself. There's a whole lot of other motherfuckers out there in the same boat.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I understand these situations. You know, I done been homeless. I done lived in the car. I done had the food stamps. I done, you know, had to call a FPL. Let me get an extension, bro. I ain't got it all right now. I can put something on it. Like, I done been in all these situations, and I know what it's like to not, you know, nobody's asking for a handout. We work 2 and 3 jobs just to get by. We just saying, hey, can we get a little bit of help so we can get up out of here? And it's one of the crazy narratives I hate to hear is like people that get assistance like don't do nothing, and that's far from it, man. My mom was a single mother and raised 5 kids on a $26,000 a year salary, working at Winn-Dixie, bagging groceries, and eventually making her way up to dairy manager. You know what I'm saying? And raised 4 boys and 1 girl by herself. So I done seen the grind, and I done seen somebody have to fight just to get by. And even at that salary, she didn't even qualify for food stamps because she made too much.
Yeah, ain't that
at $26,000 a year with 5 kids. Yeah, so I know the struggle of, you know, watching your mom not eating. So
you can eat.
I can eat. And to this day, man, that lady I'd make sure whatever I can do, she don't want for nothing. Yeah. Because she could have easily just said, like, no, I can't do it. I'm not doing it, and gave us all up and
talking to 2 certified mamas, boy.
So that man, my mom is that lady my whole heart. If I don't do nothing else in this world, I want to make sure she don't have to care for nothing, and, you know, I'm working towards making sure she don't got to work a day in her life again, because nobody should have to go through that, and nobody should have to struggle the way she had to struggle just to get us by. And I'd be damned if anybody talk about that lady wasn't a hard worker. So to see, again, man, just to know, to come from that type of upbringing, to see that it's still people going through these things right now. There are young people in my department who don't see themselves ever buying a home in Florida because it's just simply out of the question.
Out of the question,
and it ain't like we ain't making all the money.
Florida's price is just high as they are here, and it's fucking ridiculous.
I won't say we ain't making all the money, but we ain't broke either. The fact that, you know, I have to live an hour outside of where I work because I can't afford to live in the county that I live in. And I got my home long time ago, so I'm looking at these younger guys, and I'm just like, I feel you, man. I hope somebody can help you. Yeah. Well, when you hear your president come out and say, "Oh, I want to keep home prices high because I don't want people to lose their value and their wealth," and it's like you're thinking about the wrong people. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, they gonna lose some home price value now, but more people will get homes, and then you can put them right back up. Like, come on now, let's. But again, if you don't have these connections down here, if you don't care about the people down here, you don't really care. You know, if the baby don't eat. You don't care if you don't care if grandma, you know, got health care. And again, it's unfortunate.
Yeah. It's that common sense shit that you're talking. That is, I mean, you would think
that's missing in a lot of today's politics.
Just fucking common sense. Motherfuckers is pedophiles. Motherfuckers been fucking with kids. Fuck them motherfuckers. Forget my type, my Republican, my Democrat. everybody should be, as they said in my dad's church, on one accord on this shit.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Fuck all you motherfuckers. I mean, well, how can there even be a goddamn debate about this shit? And if you listen, I listened to that shit yesterday where Pam Bondi was taking questions, and it was like, when they go to this side, and they go to, it was like it was two different motherfuckers.
Two different women in the room.
Yeah.
Two different ladies. Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Man, what the fuck? Common sense shit. This shit is wrong.
You had survivors in the room.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even acknowledge them.
You get turn around and say,
Yeah.
I apologize. You ain't got to say it's on behalf of you, on behalf of the Justice Department.
Fuck yeah.
That shouldn't have happened. But again, because it's not about us, it's about an audience of one.
Man.
You got to make sure he's okay with everything that you're doing because he's all that matters. And we got to make sure we get these pardons before he get up out of here because we will be held accountable, especially when we flip the House and flip the Senate come 2026. It's going to be a whole lot of people that got to answer for a lot of things. And, they got to make sure, again, hey, man, I need you to sign on this paper. They can't do nothing to me afterwards.
Man, it was some great speeches was made during that shit, but the one that, it was a few that really stood out, but this Republican guy, I don't know.
Massive.
Yeah, okay,
Massive.
massive. He had the balls, testicular fortitude, we used to say in the Army. He had the testicular fortitude to say, I don't give a fuck. Like all these motherfuckers around here, I'm on their side. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. This shit is wrong.
Absolutely.
Now that you know how much balls it took for him to do that shit? Because I'm going to go against my whole party. I'm the only motherfucker with the common decency to do the right fucking thing. I don't give a damn who like it, don't like it. This shit ain't right, and I'm going to speak the fuck up. Hey, Mr. Massey, Senator, Congress, whatever the fuck you, I applaud you for having the balls to stand up and do the fucking right thing.
There definitely needs to be more of
Hell
people
yeah.
that can do that. And again, you see soon as this whole thing started, his own party trying to get him up out
Oh
of
man,
ship.
I know he got death threats and shit.
Okay, you can best believe that. Trust me, I am not the Democratic Party's choice. You can best believe that, man. Trust me. If you look at the finances between me and my Democratic primary opponents, you can kind of figure out who they actually want to get to see. So again, man, we're not asking for permission no more.
Yeah.
We're not sitting by the side, man. We busting this door down and we finna go ahead and make some change.
Don't kick that motherfucker in like they need to kick them motherfuckers asshole in, sitting over there trying to cover this bullshit up.
The other problem I got with that
Smoothing
is not is that, but then they also trying to hide this stuff under the guise of Christianity.
Oh my God. Man.
Everything is about their faith and Pam Bondi over there. Oh, you're desecrating the Bible and all this stuff. But you sit here in real time protecting people who are molesting children.
I call so many bitches. I said it, goddamn. I said, look at this bitch.
As the son of a preacher, and a grandson of a preacher, trust me, I've been in that. I've been in that
son of a preacher.
I've been in that Sunday school and Bible study and choir rehearsal and all them different things, and I'm just like, I know we not reading the same book.
Yeah.
We can't be reading the same book.
Oh, you offended me by raising up the Bible like that. Bitch, you won't even turn around. You won't even turn around and look them women in the fucking face and say, I apologize for not talking to y'all. Ain't even spoke to them. You won't even turn around and say, I apologize for not speaking to you, for not taking your testimony. You can't even say that, bitch, if you don't shut the fuck up.
I want to address something real quick because this is the first show, and I'm sitting here thinking about it, that we've talked anything about politics ever since we've done this show. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be a bunch of some listeners gonna have a problem with it. And so let me just put it out there right now. I normally say this for the end of the show, but if you got an issue with anything we talking about, or you claim you're not gonna watch this show no more, It's that simple.
Absolutely.
So, anyway, back to you, Mr. Taylor. For people who don't know, Florida's 21st district. What kind of community is it? What is it? What's at stake there?
So the three main issues that we're dealing with in Florida 21. We talked about it a little earlier, the housing crisis, the housing affordability crisis in Florida, between homeowners insurance prices being astronomical, property taxes is
man.
Yeah, man. You get this riled up over
yeah, property taxes is crazy. Like I say, one thing I learned about, I'm a fairly new homeowner. I'm like 4 years into this thing, and I'm like, ain't no way. I remember the first property tax I paid. I don't know how we got here. Rent out of control and all type of stuff, man. So again, we definitely want to attack the housing and housing market in Florida. I got a couple ideas how I want to do that. One way, obviously, we have a lot of the hedge funds and billionaire corporations that are literally coming into our communities and just buying up the block, trying to turn us all into renters, Airbnb, and all that, and all those different things. So, two things I propose, and it's up on my website. One of the things we can do is, if we can't outright just ban them from buying single-family homes, because again, you're going to have those people that have those money in those pockets fighting against it. So until we have enough people that's just like, F y'all, y'all can't do this no more. We can institute a bulk tax, basically saying if you buy more than one property all up at once, we're going to tax you so punitively that you're going to think twice before you buy up the block. Yeah. Maybe you just buy one house, leave the other 9 for the rent.
Somebody.
And then another thing is the right of first refusal. So when a house goes on the market, it goes for sale. Corporation or hedge fund can't buy that home for a year. It has to stay on the market so that normal people can actually have a chance of getting it. So that'll keep more inventory on the market, which keep the prices down. And again, it'll also give a chance for the everyday single person or single family to buy those homes.
That sounds like common sense. Like it's just they like. Sometimes I feel like we're making this rocket science, and it don't have to be rocket science.
It's not. And even with the homeowners insurance, I got this idea from one of the guys running for governor, and I thought it was a brilliant idea. When you look at homeowners insurance, if we as a state, because our tourism industry is so great, if we take some of those tourism dollars and build a natural disaster relief fund with those dollars, we can tell insurance companies like, hey, you don't no longer have to cover homes for natural disasters. The state will take care of it. So if a hurricane comes through, any of those types of things, the state will cover it from this fund. Now, what's that going to do is that's literally what raises insurance prices, those natural disasters, especially in Florida. We've had back-to-back hurricanes for this is like the first year we ever had one. So when you take that responsibility away from the insurance company, that's going to bring your prices down. And then also you're going to bring more insurers back to Florida because we lost like 50% of our homeowners insurance companies over the past decade. Yeah. So again, supply and demand, the more people that are offering homeowners insurance, now you got to compete with the market.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Those are two things that would be a tremendous help to the people that I represent in terms of the housing and affordability crisis. We talked about healthcare. I'm a huge proponent of the single payer healthcare for all system. That's where I would like to go because again, I see how the healthcare system works from the inside, and it is terrible. It's terrible for all of us. And
ridiculous. Yeah.
The average person pays for their healthcare like 7 times.
Yeah.
Between your premium, your co-pays, the hospital taxes that get charged into your property tax, the amount of money that your things increase because of the EMTALA law that we have that basically says anybody that goes to the emergency room, regardless if you have insurance or not, you get treated. So the hospital has to balance those bills at the end of the month, and we paying for that anyway. So people always talk about, when you talk about universal health care, oh, that's socialism. I don't want to pay for somebody else's health care. Like, you don't obviously understand how the numbers work because you already paying for somebody else's health care. What I'm saying is, instead of you paying $400, $500 a month premiums and hopefully getting approved, or you're not in network, you're out of network, how about you just pay like $32 a month out of your taxes? And then no matter where you go, you're going to get healthcare service. You know, and it's my job to break things down for people to understand it like that, because they just hear, like we talked about, those buzzwords, socialism, capitalism, all those different things, when it's just like, you are already living in a partial socialistic society. The fire service is socialism. Like, your taxes make sure when you call 911, I come. Could you imagine if hey, our house burning down. Cool. This gonna cost you about $1,800. I need half up front before we even return the time. By the time you figure all that stuff out, your house gone. So, I tell people too, man, we are the greatest country in the world, and we can do whatever we want when it comes to finances. We wanted to have the #1 defense department in the world. And our military budget beats the next country 21 times over. We got the baddest thing on the planet. And then they, with the budget with ICE, that made them the 15th baddest military in the country. Why can't we want to be the number one healthcare system in the country?
Absolutely.
Why can't we put the money and make sure we got the best healthcare in the world? Can't nobody mess with it. Why can't we put the money to make sure we got the best educational system in the world? Nobody can mess with it. That's not our priority. And until we get enough people that want to prioritize those things for us, we're going to continue to just be throwing money away to trying to buy the biggest, baddest weapons that we can get. While, again, we struggle just to get doctor's appointments down here.
Absolutely.
And the third thing with my district is the environment. We, just like out here, man, we right on the water. So our waterways affect our economy. The current congressperson we have now, the past 10 years, that was his thing. He was going to be the environment guy. We was going to have clean water. He's going to clean up the we was going to be good. And then this past year, our Lake Okeechobee just was voted the dirtiest lake in all of America. So like, I don't know about you, Paul, but if I give you 10 years to try to do something, and I ain't got nothing to show for it. Hey, but I got to find you another job.
You got to get on. Right.
Those are the three things that we have to address in my district, and I think those three things is what I keep my campaign focused on.
All right. So I do want to learn a little bit more about yourself. So we kind of went out of order here a little bit, which we do on the show a little bit.
Don't get me on the whole
you
show to be pedophiles.
Well, we clip it up. Clip it up.
2 hours.
All right, but you told us, so you're from the area that you're trying to represent. Tell us more about your background and just your career growing up and what shaped your worldviews and how you got to the point you are at now.
Well, yeah, so I talked about it a little bit earlier. So I was raised by my mom. My pops has always been in my life. Don't disrespect my dad, but when I was 4 years old, he ended up going to prison for about 20 years. And no fault of his own. You know, my dad was involved in some things he shouldn't have been involved in, and it could have been a shorter sentence, but he looked at me and wanted to protect myself and my grandmother because there were some consequences if he did not do those 20 years. So much love to my dad. My dad's been home for almost a decade now, and I try to spend as much time with him as I can. And I made sure he had enough grandkids that he didn't miss nothing. So I got 5 sons. My oldest graduating high school this year, he's 18, and I got a brand new 7-month-old at the house and a bunch of in between.
How you get a gap like that,
7 months graduating.
He got plenty. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I was reckless in my days. I'm not gonna lie to you. But, me and my current wife now, we got our 2 youngest, and then I got my 3 oldest from previous relationships. But yeah, so I grew up down in Miami. We moved up to the Treasure Coast when I was 11, 12 years old. It's a typical kid, man. I played sports, football, track, basketball. Ended up getting a football academic scholarship to Livingstone College, which is the HBCU up in North Carolina. Spent a couple of years up there. I was approached after a game by a scout from the CFL. He was like, "Hey, you want to do this thing for money?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I actually transferred from that school down to Mississippi to get some more experience and try to get to a bigger program. So spent some months down in Mississippi, and Lord have mercy. That was, whew. when you get to town, they tell you, "Hey, man, just don't come outside at the dark." Yeah, all right? I was like, all right. Say less.
Part of Mississippi.
Poplarville, right south of Hattiesburg.
Oh, okay. I went to college at Jackson State University.
So I spent months out there before eventually I actually spent a couple of years out here in California, up in Mendocino County.
Oh, okay.
So I was up in Ukiah for a couple of years and just chasing that football dream, and ended up tearing up my knee and just kind of fell out of love with the game, to be honest with you. I got tired of running into people.
It happens.
So yeah, I left from out here, went back home. Kind of just spent my 20s trying to find my way. I done worked in every industry you could think of. I've been in construction, landscaping, hotels, restaurants, cleaning sewers, like all type of stuff. Everything I can get in. Everything I can try to get. Yeah, like I had them kids or something. Like, child support don't care what you're trying to do. You may get out here and make this money. So eventually I found myself working at a chiropractic office trying to learn the trade. Somebody took me in, and I started working on a lot of firefighters.
Oh, okay.
And that's when they was like, "Hey, man, you should look into this. You know, this be something that you might be good at." I said, "I I ain't finna run in no burning building. Run away from the building. But it took about a year for them to wear me down, man. They started talking about the career, and I always wanted to get involved in medicine. I didn't correlate the two at the time because I didn't realize the fire and the rescue service actually works together.
Yeah.
So when I found out, I was like, oh, I could actually continue to get into medicine and kind of learn, pre-hospital medicine and those things like that nature. So I looked into it. I talked with my wife about it, and to this day, I thank that lady for everything. She, between her and my mom, that's the reason I'm standing here, because she actually saw the potential in me. And when I was talking about it, she didn't even hesitate. She said, all right, let's get you into this school. And again, I'm struggling at that time. She was much more well off than me. It's because she's been a teacher. She's been more responsible, like all Black women are. So she done had a little money saved up. So she was basically saying, look, I'm going to take this money out the savings. We're going to put you through school and make this happen. So here I am today. Like I said, almost 6 years as a firefighter. Just recently got my state certification as a paramedic a couple of years back. And haven't looked back, man. So I've literally been fortunate in my life to come from where I came from to be where I am now. And I thank God, and I thank everybody that was responsible along the way. And I feel an obligation to give back because, again, people gave into me. People poured into me. And I know what a person can be when you have somebody that pours into you. It can literally get you from sleeping in the back of your Dodge Durango to running for Congress. And if that can happen for somebody like me, imagine how many more people are just waiting for somebody to pour into and just need that help. Yeah. So those things, again, so many different motivations to want to get in this seat and make a difference.
I got to ask you about this because we got this in common. Now, was Mom's the preacher?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because when you said Pops was in for 20 years, I was like, no, wait a minute. Mama must have been.
Yeah, Mama is she don't play no game. You was every day, to this day. She's like, hey, you went to church yesterday? I say, I was like, not no shit. Mom's like, oh, okay. All right, you going to be there next Sunday then? Because that means you. I say, yes, ma'am. I'll be right on there. So, yeah, my great-grandfather, he actually had his own church up in Wabasso, Florida. So, this been in my family, like I say, for generations. And again, it's shaped me, man. Like I say, it's been at times, like I said, I done strayed away. Man, I'm not gonna say I'm perfect. I'm not gonna say I'm just like we finna do everything. No. But I also know that you be a good person. You treat other people the way you want to treat them. You don't discriminate against anybody. You see somebody that needs help, you help them. Like all these different things that we're supposed to be living in order to get to that next life.
Christians,
they're supposed to be living in order to get to the next life that I'm not seeing from supposed Christians.
Man,
so it's God, that day pissed me off that day. So I saw one of their preachers talking about something like 95% of the Black church is like heretics, and I'm like, we not finna do this, man. You got it, brother. You got it, man. I'm not finna get into this with you. It's just another little piece of cheese that you want somebody to take. You got it, bro.
Yeah, I got Bernard. You grew up in church.
Yes, sir.
Me too. I was a Sunday school teacher. Brought several messages myself. I was preaching and everything.
That's where that come from.
But Bernard, I'm gonna tell you this. I don't go to church, and I think it was a big part of it was because I didn't have no choice when I was a kid. Of course, either go to church or get your ass beat. That was your two choices. So I was in church. But I have seen some of the worst sinners that I have ever seen sitting up in church every Sunday. And that kind of turned me off. I'm going to tell you the truth. And I see it in the world today, just like you mentioned, we got some of the most religious people holding Bibles upside down and shit. And I mean, these folks is Christians, but they will go along with or won't stand up against pedophiles.
Especially when they preaching from the pulpit.
These is Christians.
Pops, you see it whenever they get the most. It's baffling to me. Like the most staunch, hard right, like boom, 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 boom. It never fails. 1 week later, this person was arrested for possession of child porn.
Yeah,
this person has been sexually abusing they stepdaughter. This person has been them same people that's Bible thumping.
Yeah.
2 weeks later, we don't find out, and then it just gets brushed away. Like, oh, that's unfortunate. Like no, like there's a problem. Like y'all got these people up here that are so anytime I see one of them that just come out, I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna wait for the news to hit because I'm pretty sure I'm about to find out you doing some inappropriate stuff with some kids.
Big old giant religious leader. I could say motherfucking name, but fuck it. He in the files.
Mm-hmm.
And this motherfucker in the files, and he done, leading all these people and shit. Fuck him.
Yeah.
Fuck that motherfucker. I said that if he your leader, fuck him. And he in the files, fuck him.
And like you talk about, even with going to church, like I said, I don't go every Sunday. But one of the things that you learn is, the church is not a building. Church is a body.
Wait a minute now. You got to say that again. I don't think they heard you.
But no, and also again, the church is when you read the Bible, Jesus never talks about, you got to be at the tabernacle. Like we see the story, Jesus went in the tabernacle and said, "Hey, y'all in here stealing?
Yeah.
What y'all got going on with this money? What y'all? This ain't what I put y'all here for." And flipping tables and all type of stuff. So you learn through your studying. Like the church is a body. Like us three right here could be the church. We right now have to be having church, and that's what it is. It ain't never been a building. It ain't never been about following one person. You got people to teach you the things that you need more understanding on, and you trust them that they're teaching you the right things. But it also teaches you to study upon yourself so that you can get an understanding. And you can ask the Lord for understanding whenever you're needing it. And again, I think more people need to believe, if that's what you believe, you need to just look within yourself because you are the church. Don't tie your faith and what you believe to a building, because that building can go down tomorrow. And the congregation and the people that you fellowship with, that's what you need to keep tight, and that's what you need to keep at the center of everything. Because again, I done seen people have church in the parking lot. I've seen people have church in the middle of the park and have a grand old time. So again, just study for yourself, and if you're going to say you believe, if you're going to live that lifestyle, you're going to go down that road. Actually, try your best to live on that road. Don't get out here and criticize and try to stand on your high horse when we know that you the furthest thing from actually what should be going on.
Than what you preaching.
Yes.
All right. So, like I said, these hours always go by. So one of the last topics I want to discuss we see ICE running rampant across our country.
Glad you got that in there. I forgot. Got me on them pedophiles. I forgot.
I knew that was going to be a hot topic for you. So, but that's why I put I structure all of this. But let me ask you, from your standpoint, what does border security mean to you?
Truth be told, again, this is when I say, I don't give a damn about your party. Right is right, is wrong is wrong. Right now, we need to worry about fixing the house here. We need to worry about making sure we actually have a system that works. They keep the system broken, so every 2 to 4 years, they got something to run on. They don't never actually fix it. In my lifetime, I ain't never seen a fix the border. Since I've been 18 and voting, every 2 years, something been wrong with the border. We get like too many people coming in, whatever they got going on. It's always a topic. There was legislation put on board by a Republican during the last year of Joe Biden's administration that would have streamlined the asylum system, that would have made it so you didn't have to wait 10 years before you found out that you were a citizen, that would have actually addressed the problems that people say that they wanted to address, that would have halted the border crossings for a little bit till we figured this thing out and got it more streamlined, and then picked this thing back up. It's like, all right, you want to come here to work and run this background? All right, 6 months. All right, no, you can't go. You got to go. All right, you good. You stay here for 2 years. Like, the system was designed to be fixed with that bill. But what are we going to run on if we fix it? What are we going to run on if we actually have the immigration courts that don't get backed up? What are we going to run on if we don't keep a bunch of people here undocumented so we can blame them for everything? we got to keep the thing broken. Otherwise, what other policy are we going to run on?
No.
How else are we going to stoke fear into people if we can't sit up here and stir this thing up every 5 years. So I'm a firm believer in, actually, if I got in office, I'll find Senator Langford, who's a Republican out of Oklahoma, like, hey, bro, let me see that paper you had. Yeah, let's do this. Like, this looks solid. Let's get this thing going and get this thing actually fixed. Because, again, if we actually fix this thing, if we actually saw what it's like to have health care for everybody in this country, and people wait a minute, we could have had this the whole time? Yeah.
Like,
So basically, we're running on a hamster wheel. Is basically what we're doing.
but this the first time the hamster wheel. You're right, hamster wheel, same shit. I totally agree with that. But this is the first time in history we done had Gestapo tactics sent out on the fucking streets to haul innocent people, citizens, and killing American citizens in cold blood in fucking middle of the street, and then telling us we didn't see what we seen. It's the first time in history we didn't have this shit.
Yes, sir.
And we done had some fucked up border shit for a long time. Always, like you said, borders. Democrats, Republicans, they don't do shit about it. And they borders. In 2 years they get to run on it. I'm a straight. But this is the first time in history we done had the fucking police force dedicated to going out, physically grabbing people out from their workplaces, like Gestapo tactics, and grabbing
They
people at
snatching them
home.
out of the actual immigration office where they're trying to get their shit together. I'm just like, y'all snatching them out of there?
Yeah.
That's out of their court hearings. Like, they actually doing the
out of
thing
the
you
court.
said they want to do. Like, hey, we just want you to come over the right way. All right, I'm at court. Yeah, I'm sitting right here trying to do this thing the right way. It's like, nah, you
get
still
out of immigration court and snatch their ass.
But, that's what you talk about again with
this
financing.
the first time in history we had this kind of shit. Like, this shit done just got ridiculous now.
Well, when
so I'm gonna take control, and I'm just wondering if all of this shit is a smokescreen or possible, to get us distracted. All this.
That's exactly what it is.
I'm
gonna say this about the Epstein files. I think it's way bigger than just
fuck yeah.
This shit ain't
worldwide.
Between the Epstein files and then talking about ICE and immigration policy, I want you to look at it like this, because again, everything goes back to the dollar. Everything goes back to the dollar. When this president first got back in office, one of the things that started popping up all over the place was prisons. A huge amount of prisons just start saying, we finna build and open up. We know we work in a for-profit prison system here in this country.
Mm-hmm.
One reason that crime will never be solved the way it needs to be solved is because we can't shut down the prisons. Like, I need bodies to make my profit.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I actually do the things that attack the crime problem? Why would I work to give people jobs? Why would I invest in drug rehab programs, mental health programs, all those things? I need these people to
gutting the Department of Education.
I need these people to commit crime so I can get them in here for this slave labor that I can profit off of. Even at that point, there's still not enough people to commit the crimes to fill these prisons that they're building. Everybody is getting deported immediately.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to do some time in one of these prisons, and we're going to make our money. You was already not making peanuts out here in these farms picking just to get by. We finna really not pay you, give you the worst living conditions ever, and make you work for us for about a year, and then send you back to your country. Everything goes back to the dollar. Everything goes back to the dollar. So when you say we finna invest $150 billion and make this law enforcement agency the 15th most funded military in the world, it is not just, yes, it's a lot of, we just hate brown people, but it's also like, hey, we can get some money off this thing too, and hate brown people at the same time. So you can kill two birds with one stone. They'll do it, and we see them doing it. I know it's bad out here in California, and then Florida. We know we got all
right around the fucking corner. People at the car wash and shit. I'm seeing they running and shit, and it pisses me off. It pissed me off bad than a motherfucker. These motherfuckers, they doing the job that motherfuckers don't want to do.
I hate that. No, Americans will do that. Y'all is not going out here picking these strawberries and doing none of that stuff. I don't care how much money the farm, if he pay you $25 an hour, you ain't going out there in that sun and picking up these strawberries and all these other stuff. Because again, we see the farmers, they'll hire Americans and tell you, like, these are some of the sorriest people out here. They complain about they back and all this other stuff at 3 hours, as opposed to, again, these people that come over here from nothing, don't complain. I be watching some of these. I be watching some of these, man. I say, I don't know how you do it.
And people on the social media want
say,
taking our jobs.
Yeah, look here, bro.
What jobs are they taking?
Nah,
you don't want these damn jobs.
And I hope you don't think we going back out there.
Hell,
That ain't happening.
pick your own.
That ain't happening at all.
On that note, we are at our hour, but Bernard, before we go, we have a segment we do every week, and it's called CT Rate That Slap. So we have listeners send in people getting slapped, and we let Mr. Fletcher rate the slaps. Now, we're going to let you rate it too, but I'm going to say this. I have to say this every week. Mr. Fletcher's hard on these slaps. I think we've had one high rating that was actually given to us by Mr. Solomon over here. So he has the only 10 rating. So on average, Mr. Fletcher ranges between a 3 and a 4. But Solomon, if you could put up that clip and we'll see what Mr. Fletcher rates this slap.
All right.
Slap it there.
Oh, man. Look at this.
Not that slap. That ain't
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I knew that. Hey, bro, he wet his hand first.
Oh, wow.
Now,
The disrespect. Oh,
you are.
Hey, look, he had to wet his hand first.
Now, you are your biggest critique. Yeah, they don't get put to sleep.
Yeah.
That brother turned into a wet noodle when he got slapped.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Bernard, I'm gonna let you go first. You the guest. How would you rate that slap 1 out of 10?
So, to be fair, like if y'all see any of my content, y'all know I see some stuff.
I know.
And definitely what I see out in the field. It was nice. I ain't gonna take nothing away from the young man. Having said that, I think that was more so the man having a glass jaw, as opposed to that man slapping the fire at him. So I'm gonna give him a little bit above average. I'm gonna give you a 6 on the slap. I think that was more so that man just got a weak chin. You just slapped the fire at him. But it's kudos to you, sir.
Okay, Mr. Fletcher. I already know
what, Bernard. That was wonderful. Because I get motherfuckers on there all the time. 10. They give 10 if you slap the motherfucker down. They get an automatic 10. But see, he had commentary. He broke the shit down. And I totally agree. Your motherfucker was obviously, his chin was weak. And he was weak. You can tell by the way he slapped the other motherfucker. Here, take that. You can tell by the way he slapped him that he didn't have shit. And then his chin and his slap was right on the same level, weak as fuck. Weak chin, weak slap. And he got the piss slapped out of him and put to sleep. So I am going to go a 4.5 on that. Because he did put the motherfucker out. But, look who he put out.
Probably could have blew on him and he went out.
I do like. I gave him the half for he wet the shit.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I tell y'all every week when y'all send this shit in, because every time I'm telling you when I get the email, this gonna be a 10. No, it's not. No, it's not. So y'all see the criteria how Mr. Fletcher rates these slaps. So please put some time and effort into these slaps and know that. Just because you think it's a 10 don't mean he think it's going to be a 10.
Extra credit for backhand.
And a backhand. We've had Mr. Solomon was the only one that gave us a backhand.
You want to see it?
Yeah, let's see.
Look, he got that shit on.
I just happened to find it again pretty quick. But let me see if I can pull it up.
So this right here will be our only 10.
All right.
Lord,
not only did he wet the backhand and folded him over a table.
Oh Lord!
He reverse folded his.
Did somebody send y'all the clip of the security guard that I had posted that slapped Buddy?
The one that pushed him?
No, the one that slapped him. Oh my God, I gotta send that to y'all. I'm gonna submit my own. Submit my own video for the next episode. Whoever come up, I'm gonna send it. I'm sending it to my man. I'm like, hey, bro, I ain't gonna say it's a 10, but it's pretty close. I ain't never seen nobody get slapped like this.
I gotta see it.
Now, Mr. Bernard, I'm gonna give you the last word before we get out here. But before we go, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna say this every week going forward. You guys know this show does not have any sponsors, so the way you guys can support the show, getting your official F Y'all podcast merch, We appreciate it. Also, just something as simple as liking and sharing a video that you see that you like. That helps us out tremendously. But again, if you want to support the podcast, because we don't have any sponsors, everything that you see that we do, you guys always talking about how great this studio is. I got to pay for this shit out of pocket every month. So you want to support the podcast, get your get your official F Y'all podcast merch. That's how you can support That's how you can support the podcast. We appreciate all the love. You guys have been amazing. We've had a boom in subscribers over the last couple of months. So thank you guys so much for supporting us. But
12 or 13 now.
We in the thousands.
Hey, y'all. Hey, look, keep it going. Y'all got it.
Hey, man, you got to give us. Come on now. You always
15. I rounded off.
All right. But Mr. Bernard, I'm going to give you the last word. What's a final message to your voters who may be listening to you right now? What do you want them to know and why they should vote for you?
All right, guys. All jokes aside, man, we are at a point in time where we need people that actually want to do right by us. We can't continue to sit on the sideline and hope that the next person is going to have a magical change of heart. This is going to be the person that does right. This is going to be the person that's going to look out for us. We have been, again, seeing the same people get into these seats. Let's start to put some working class, everyday folks in these seats to represent us. Let's start putting, some teachers, some firemen, some garbage men, just some everyday average folks who can relate to the things that we're going through and the struggle down here at the bottom. It's at a point right now where we are all starting to wake up and see the corruption in our system, to see the influence in our system between corporations, between foreign interests, between all these different things that does not have our best interests at heart. So what I want you guys to do, above all else, is become more engaged and more informed voters. An informed populace, an educated populace, an engaged populace is the biggest fear of the people in power. The people run this country. We are in charge. We have to act like we are in charge, and we have to put the people that are going to uphold and be in these seats that have character, integrity about themselves, and are going to do right by you, which is who I am and what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to represent for my people down in South Florida. If you want to know more about my campaign, you can go to bernardtaylorforcongress.org. You can contribute to the campaign there. You can volunteer. You don't have to live in my district to volunteer for the campaign. You can make phone calls from anywhere in the country, calling people in my district, encouraging them about my campaign. If you are in my district, you can also sign up to come out and knock doors with us, be out in the community, because, again, it's about having conversations. A lot of these folks don't never, ever, ever get a chance to talk to any candidate because they don't even come to their communities, which is, again, we are building this thing up grassroots style. We are knocking these doors. We're going places that nobody ever goes because we want people to know that you are not forgotten. You have a voice. I'm going to be that voice, and I'm asking that you all support what I'm trying to do. Please invest in what I'm trying to do. That's another thing. We have to invest in the change that we want to see. I'm not saying we all have to give a lot, but if 1 million people gave $1, that goes a long way. It takes a village to make change. So I'm asking you guys to be a part of that village.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, future congressman, we're going to put that shit, we're going to support this brother the best we can. Bernard, thank you so much for coming on the F Y'all podcast, my brother. We appreciate you. But we're going to end this show like we do all of them. We love y'all. Fuck y'all.